Hello everyone and welcome back to the Zombie Hulk 25 YouTube channel. I'm your host G and welcome back to Days Gone. In today's episode we are going to clear every single Nero research site and Nero Injector, Nero checkpoint in the Cascade region of the game. To start things off, we need to be right at Copeland's camp because we have a Nero site right here which requires a jump. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and show you guys what happens if we have no nitrous and the stock engine. I believe we need engine 2 for this jump, which you unlock once you reach Lost Lake. So let's head straight there. Let me set the waypoint. It is actually the south gate that we need to take to get there.
It's here. Hey, D.
And I do have the worst engine and no nitrous right now.
D, how's you been?
Yeah, hold on, D. I got it.
Yep, so here it is, and there are marauders outside, but look at what happens. We can't make it.
Everything you done for the camp.
Farewell.
Folks alive because of you. Yeah, got some good stuff in stock.
Okay, so if I go to nitrous, and let's install only the yellow one, because that is what we have at Copeland's camp. And then I'm gonna try engine 1. Okay, so now let us hit the nitrous. And we still can't make it. Let me check how we are doing on health. I do need to get better health. Okay. So now let's try engine 1.
A couple months ago, we were up by crazy.
Hey, D.
Hey, ya Manny.
I'll get it fixed up for you.
Okay, so let's select engine 1, which has double the speed of the standard engine. And we're gonna keep the nitrous for now.
I'll be here.
And now let's see what happens.
Alright, check back.
And from here, we press the nitrous. And we still can't make it.
Hey, Deke, how's it going, man? Saw your bike. You need repairs on that?
Okay, so now let's put on nitrous 2. Wait, what's that? Oh, that just explains how we activate it. So as you can see, oh, it gives us the same boost, but longer duration. What about nitrous 3? Yeah, it's just the same amount of boost, so it doesn't matter which nitrous we have on. So I'm gonna keep nitrous 1, and let's use engine 2. Which, as you can see, also has triple the speed of engine 1, so yeah.
Alright. See you around, Deke.
Deacon, hey.
I'm gonna first try the jump without nitrous, and then I'm gonna repeat it with nitrous, just to see what happens. As you can see, this is a pretty quick engine. So let's try no nitrous right now. And we can't make it. This is exactly like having engine 1 with nitrous. So now let's try it with the nitrous, and we should be fast enough to make it across. And again, this engine is unlocked once you reach Lost Lake. And as you can see, we made it. Although the brakes are terrible. So I believe this is IPCA tech. Yep. which will help you unlock the Nero stun gun. Where is it? Wait. There it is. You need 18 pieces, and I have 3, meaning I do have 1 already, and we have fuel here, and this is the injector.
Nero had all the good shit.
And seeing as I am on New Game Plus, and I've already got my character fully maxed out, yeah, I don't have the option to select what I want.
Here we go. That should be it.
And it's a good rule of thumb to keep an eye out for any Nero micro recorders. I don't think there are any in this area. Usually they'd be on one of these boxes right nearby where the chopper was, but in our case, there isn't. So now let's move on to the first Nero checkpoint, which is located right here, and it is Little Bear Lake Nero checkpoint. Okay, so here we are at the Little Bear Lake Nero checkpoint. Now this is a mission Nero checkpoint, meaning that one of the very first things you do in the game is restore this very Nero checkpoint. And the way you do that is by first cutting off the speakers, which will attract freakers. If you leave them, the way you would do that is you would basically climb all the way up to the roof. And there are 2 speakers in our case. There's one right there, and there is one right here. I think there might be one also over here. No, it doesn't look like it. But basically, what you want to do at any Nero checkpoint is you first want to locate the generator and some fuel. This is the generator right here. And the way you find the speakers, you see this pole coming out of the generator. You follow all the lines and they will lead you to all of the speakers. They also lead to lights. Sometimes there will be a speaker on the lights posts, but in the case of here, there aren't any, and this is where the cables end. And if I follow that one leads to the building, and we need to keep an eye out if there are any coming out of the building. So there are no speakers along here at all. This is where one would be located, but there are no cables. And if we run, there's one right there, which you would hold X or square to cut it down. And then here, there's another one which we also cut down. You can see it on the ground. And then there would be one here, but there isn't. And right at the end, same case, there is no. And like I said, watch out for any cables coming out of the building, just like this one. In our case, there are 3 different directions where this goes. Here is the first one. This is a lamppost, no speakers on it. And if we follow the middle one, it leads to this lamppost, but oh, it leads also over here. And if I climb up here, sometimes these buildings will have a speaker right at the end. But in this case, there isn't one. There is one on the ground, but we are not the ones who cut it off. This is just a simple attention to detail. And then there's one last lamppost here, which also does not have a speaker. Now, fuel. It is good if you can't find fuel to check inside the beds of any pickup trucks. And also, if you spot one of these vehicles right here, a tow truck, there is always going to be a fuel can right at the back of it. And I think there might also be another fuel can right here by this truck. Yep. So yeah, you would just head all the way to the engine. You would basically fill it up with gas, and you would hold X or square to turn it on. Sometimes it will be broken, you'll have to repair it. Sometimes there will be a fuse, you'll have to run around, try to find the fuse, and there is a fuse box Right here you would install the fuse and then switch the lever, and then you can turn on the engine. And everything is okay. The step that follows that would be entering the Nero building, and of course finding the Nero injector, which in this case is right here. And you could also find some good loot and a gun locker and a place to sleep. Sometimes it's in a different building. So yeah, let's move on to the next location. So our next location is located right here at the end of the train track. So right here is the Horse Creek ambush camp, and right outside it, this is the place where we crawl into the camp. So there is a Nero injector right here. And to make your life a lot easier, if you haven't cleared any ambush camps in the area, do clear that, because they will reveal the locations of all of the different Nero sites. So let's head straight there. And here we are. Simply right here. It's out in the open.
Nero had all the good shit.
And there doesn't seem to be any Nero micro recorders nearby. There is fuel and some goodies all the way over there. I am not sure if there are any micro recorders in the area. I don't think so. But let's grab all of the good loot, refuel the bike, and head on to the next location.
That's it.
And this right there is the entrance to the Horse Creek ambush camp. So our next location is the Horse Lake Nero checkpoint. This is right by the Death Train Horde, so if you haven't cleared the Death Train Horde, please make sure to do so, because they will give you a lot of trouble. And seeing as we are on the train, just follow the track and you will end up right there. Here we are. So, in this area sometimes you will find a bike patrolling the area, a marauder. Now, if you've cleared all the ambush camps, he will not appear. And you will also find the horde inside of these two train carts. Simple way to kill them. Simply take out your rifle or any gun, start shooting. You will draw all of the freakers out. Then you would basically take out an attractor. You see this fuel tank right here. Throw the attractor right on the ground. Take a little bit of distance, and then you would shoot the fuel tank, and then any remaining ones will be like 1 or 2 or maybe 3. You will kill them, and that's the horde done. So make sure to do that before you start, because you will have a lot of trouble clearing this Nero site. So these are the speakers we're talking about. You can shoot them or you can go up and cut the wire. I'm not gonna waste my bullets, and I'm gonna actually go ahead and cut them. But our generator is right inside of there, and as you can see there's barbed wire. We can't get inside, and if you spin around this entire building, I'm not gonna show that, but this entire building you cannot climb up from anywhere around it. What you have to do is you have to come by this truck and start pushing it. And there we go, and before we climb it, we need to grab fuel, which is right here. And I'm gonna grab the growler as well. Okay, and now I'm just gonna throw the fuel can all the way down there. And we can see our first speaker. You always want to check the speakers on the buildings first before you start tracking any wires. So there are none along here. There's none over there. There is one right here. Okay, and now we can track all of the wires. Now there is this one that's going to this building and that one that's going to that building, and there doesn't seem to be any cables coming out of this one. Actually, there is. It is that way. And if I follow it and jump up here, there is another cable going that way. There is a speaker this way. And on this lamppost, there is no speaker. That seems to be the end. There seems to be something over there. I'm gonna follow this line first before we head back. There's also no speaker on here and no other cables coming out of it. So let's follow the middle one. Again, no speakers on here. And no other cables coming out of it. So now we can make our way back. And we need to check the other building for any other cables coming out of it. So did I miss anything? Just double checking. Only one. Okay. Nothing else is coming out of this building, so we're good to follow the other cables. Okay, so this one was going to this building, that one was going to that building, and we've got one more cable to follow. Is there anything on this lamppost? No. If we follow all the way here, there's another one of these. Let's climb up it. There is no speaker on here. And the wire just goes to this lamp. No speakers there. Let's follow all the way. This lamppost doesn't have anything. And there's this one that's lying on the ground. This is the last one. And also nothing. So now we can go fill up our generator. Let's grab the fuel can, fill it up, and turn it on. And now we come in here.
Yes, finally. Alright. Now let's see what they
There's
got
some
there.
goodies. Box of nails. I'm full up on these. Even more stuff in here. And anything else? The Nero Injector is in here. So let's take sterilizer first.
Yes, Nero Injector.
Any micro recorders in the area? Doesn't seem to be. So yeah. Now we can move on to the next one, and you can just exit through this door because it is powered by the generator, and you can close it if you wanted. So now our next location is the White King Mine. Inside the White King Mine is a horde. If you haven't killed it, kill it. But there is a Nero Injector inside. Again, if we follow the train, we will make it straight there. And once you see the bridge, take a left. And if you're wondering how to kill the horde, just simply draw them out. Then jump up here onto this rock, and all of a sudden you are almost untouchable. So yeah, but let's make our way to the mine. And let's grab the Nero Injector. I almost said fuel injector. Okay, any micro recorders around? Doesn't seem to be.
Another Nero injector. Good.
So yeah, that is the White King Mine Nero Injector. Let's move on to the next one. So the last two are right here around the Pioneer Cemetery up north. This one is a research site, and this one is the old Pioneer Cemetery Nero checkpoint. Let's get to the research site here. Okay, so we are starting with the Nero site. And to get to it, you have to enter the Grotto Caves, which, if you have not killed the Grotto Caves horde, make sure to do so, or at least wait for them until they head out of the cave, and then jump straight into the cave when they're not there. But if I follow this tunnel, it is not very hard to navigate. There's nothing in this crevice. This just leads down to the horde, and then up on the left is where we want to go. And if I keep heading up,
Another Nero beacon.
we'll find it here
Inside
on the
the
right.
cave. Here it
There
is.
should be a Nero
Looks like it's
micro
been here for a
recorder
while.
nearby. No?
An injector. Nero had all the good shit.
I'm wondering why I'm not finding any micro recorders. Maybe it's because I'm on New Game Plus. I don't know. But yeah, the way out is the opposite of the way in. Just follow this tunnel until the end of it, and then keep heading right. Just hug the right wall. Okay, so here we are at the old Pioneer Cemetery Nero checkpoint. So, first things first, fuel. Finding fuel and finding the generator. That is not a fuel tank, that is an explosive.
I can use these.
This is a fuel can. So, with this Nero checkpoint, you actually can't get inside except through this tent.
Push this truck out of the way.
Yeah, exactly what Deacon said. Push this truck out of the way. And now we grab the fuel. There are actually 2 fuel cans in this area, which I believe you might need to blow one up in case there are any freakers surrounding any dead bodies. Yup, as you can see right there, there are freakers in this area surrounding dead bodies. Simply take out your gun, shoot that fuel can, and this will kill most of them. So yeah, the other one we're gonna use it to actually fill up the generator and hopefully fill up the bike. So, let's fill up the generator first.
Good.
And now before we turn it on, we need to get rid of any and all speakers. So there's a line going outside and a line going inside. Let's actually take care of the outside line first. So, nothing on these power lines or lamp posts. Okay. We only care about the power lines coming out of the generator. because these are regular power lines to a regular power pole. Now let's head back inside. And so now we need to follow this line, which leads to the building. So first, let's get rid of the speakers that are on the building. And there's this one right here. And I think that's it, because there doesn't seem to be any lines coming out of here. So yeah, pretty simple Nero checkpoint. There are no fuses. Let's just turn on the generator and we'll be done.
Green lights are good. Green lights are only good.
And yeah, this door is now your exit way. Let's head inside.
There really better be something in here with all this trouble.
There are some goodies as usual. A medkit. This is the gun locker and bed, which you unfortunately cannot use until you have taken
Yes, Nero
the injector. Which brings us nicely to the end of the video. If you would like to see me take on all of the hordes in the Cascade region, make sure to check out the video on your screen right now.